Hello, I am Vegastar. I've been worried about doing this for a while because I've never really done a full solo read alone. I'm going to be a little nervous about this since I'm alone. And I am not the best at reading out loud. This could also be great practice, so if you want to see me grow through that, let me know. Feel free to keep watching. Anyways, this is UsoNatsu, the summer romance bloom from a lie. It's, as you expect from me, a Yuri visual novel. But let's get started. I have no idea what to expect from this. All I know is that one of the characters is voiced by one of my favorite voice actresses. So let's see how it goes. Also, forgive me if you hear a fan. It is very hot this season. I've always wondered what love really is. Oh, I actually like how that's pretty interesting. They put the names at the bottom left and the text above. Oh, interesting. Oh, that must be her. I wonder what lies on the other side of the ocean. Probably another beach, right? I wasn't expecting such a literal answer. Too bad. I wasn't joking around though. Really? Yep, because no matter what lies on the other side, all we can do is keep moving forward one step at a time. I guess it's more metaphorical than literal. Maybe. You never change, Tachibana, no matter where you are. By the way, I'm keeping the voices pretty low. I was gonna mute it, but as you know, my favorite voice actress is in this. I'm just gonna keep it very low. I still will read everything. Yeah, I guess so. The two of us have always been victims of love, which is why I really need to rethink my views on what love really, truly means. UsoNatsu. The summer romance bloomed from a lie. Let's go back about 2 months from this moment. 2 months? Wow. Back then, Shiori and I were nothing more than classmates. That's when a bunch of events were set into motion. Chapter 1. Fragile. The bell signifying the end of the 6th period rings out. I put my textbook and notes away. The classroom is filled with the sound of everyone's chatter and the rustling of the school bags being packed for the day. I overhear a conversation between two girls on the other side of the room. What's wrong? I'm pretty sure Miss Asahi is looking at you, Shiori, and Tachibana too, though I don't know what for. I wonder what's up. Anyway, thanks. I'll try to hunt her down. Are you going to head home? I don't mind waiting for you, so hurry up. My name comes up in the middle of the conversation. I got my own stuff to take care of though, so I don't pay much attention to them. Let's see. Meet in a courtyard at 3 p.m. after school. Not a very private choice of a meeting place. Following the directions written on a scrap of paper left on my desk, I end up in the courtyard outside. To be perfectly honest, I know why I'm here. Having seen this scenario play out before, regardless of gender, there's a high chance this is a bona fide love confession. I've never dated anyone yet in my life, and I absolutely have no intention of going out with any kid here. And now, despite their declaration of love, because you see, I have a crush of my own. Ooh. Still, it wouldn't be right for me just to ignore them. I would. If I don't know them, nyeh. While it's true I have no interest of any of my classmates, I won't know the extent of the mysterious person's feelings for me unless I hear them out. That said, it's pretty rare to be invited to a confession spot through a handwritten letter. The formality makes it even harder to simply turn the request down too. If you're really not interested, just say no. It's not that hard. They should be here any Oh. Tachibana, I hope you weren't waiting too long. I vaguely recognize the boy who shows up as a fellow classmate in the homeroom. I struggle to recall his name, but I don't think we've ever spoken to one another before. Now he's talking to me. Based on what he's saying, it's safe to bet that he's the one who left me the confession. Yeah, but I should do Leon's voice just for fun. Following some fairly random small talk, he quickly gets down to the matter at hand. Alright, let's do Leon's voice. I really like you, Tachibana. Maybe we could go out? Why? Why? Why what? Come on, I mean, you're really cute and stylish. So that's why you like me? In response to my question, he offers up several seemingly perfunctory compliments. I see, but I still don't understand. We've never talked before, so how can you know that you like me? I don't know. I could just tell I did. It was like love at first sight or something. Oh yeah, well thank you, but I'm not really interested in dating you. Sorry. No, I'm the one who should apologize. I mean, it's not like we're friends or anything. Though, I guess anyone would be hurt after hearing something like that. Let's pretend this didn't happen, okay? Wow, he's actually taking it pretty like, and normally people would get like aggressive. Sure, if that's what you want. As soon as I agree, he glances around furtively, making sure no one's watching before hurrying it back to the school building. Personally, it's kind of a bizarre request to pretend like an event in history never happened. Still, I wonder if I could have asked him. There was one thing I wanted to know. I wanted to know if the love I feel toward the person I have a crush on is the same as the love as this random guy felt for me. Ooh, good question. Ooh. Huh? Oh. That boy had an unexpected audience to his heartfelt confession. She's also in our class. I don't even know her name. Minagi Shiori. She's the honor student representing not only our class, but the entire Aoba Daiichi High School student body as well. I didn't mean to get involved. As soon as our eyes meet, she quickly lowers her head in a deep bow before straightening back up. You don't have to apologize. He's the one who chose the place. The courtyard is usually deserted after school, but it's still out in the open where anyone can pass by. Still, I'm sure his friends were watching from somewhere nearby. At least that's the feeling I got when he left. Huh? You really think so? I don't know for sure, but probably. I've heard a rumor going around that I refuse to date anyone here. Folks seem to enjoy testing that theory. Surprise flashes across Minagi's face as she nods in response. I get the distinct feeling she's experienced the same thing before. Did you hear any of that? I'm really sorry. Stop apologizing. Look, I asked. Can I ask you something? Of course. What's the question? What's your opinion? On exactly what? The boy who confessed his feelings for me. Think he really liked me? I dropped the question fairly nonchalantly. She contemplates her answers, looking slightly perplexed before opening her mouth. Sorry, but why are you asking me? You've received your fair share of confessions, right? Well, that's not wrong, but... Look, it's not a big deal. I was just curious what you thought. I understand that, but... Was there anything that bothered you about it? Actually, yeah. Hypothetically speaking, if he really liked me and his feelings matched what I experienced myself, should I have reacted differently somehow? Huh? Sorry, I know that's a pretty weird question. I really love this art style. Oh, Minagi and Tachibana too. What perfect timing. You two are the only students I'm looking for. Oh, weird. Huh? Yes. This is Miss Asahi, our homeroom teacher, who's also in charge of modern literature. I don't know what voice to give her. I don't want to give her like Sylvia's or Midnight's voice. It's just I feel disrespectful. Look at her face. She's gentle. My curiosity about why she needs us both together is quickly answered. Neither of you turned in your post-graduation surveys yet, have you? Oops. Now that you mention it, I guess not. That's true. I completely forgot. I'm really sorry. Me too. You can always change your answers after you turn it in, so there's no fret, and you can talk to me if you feel lost about anything. Oh, such a good teacher. Thank you very much. Make sure you get it in before parent-teacher conferences next month, okay? When is that happening exactly? On the 19th of July, right at the end of the semester ceremony. Good. Yeah, we still have time to slack off before the deadline. You already missed the first deadline and don't talk to your teacher so casually, young lady. How many times do I have to tell you that? Aye, aye. I'll get right on it. Very well. You have a good weekend and be careful heading home. And with those parting words, she takes off. That stupid post-graduation survey. I know she'll only get angrier if I submit a blank form, so I have to write down something. So, about what you said earlier. You mean about the surveys? No, before that. Hey, Shiori, let's get going. A voice calling out to Minagi from the direction of the school building. It belongs to Inohara, a fellow classmate. The two of them went to the same middle school and are close friends. Okay, I'm coming. After yelling a response to Inohara's direction, Minagi turns back to me before bowing her head politely. I'm really sorry about accidentally overhearing your confession. Really, I am. It's fine. Besides, it didn't actually happen apparently. Oh, I see. Well, I'll be going then. Good. I've got plans of my own. See ya. And with that, she hurries back toward the school building. There were a few variations here and there, but the scenario basically followed the usual script exactly. The city. After leaving the school grounds, I still have some time to kill before I need to go anywhere specific. Feeling a little grumpy, I buy myself a lemonade chock full of tart lemons, and I sip it while oh, she has good taste. Yep, this is the stuff. I'm going to meet with the person I like and attempt to change her mind. Oh, she likes someone older? This is the day when I get to see her, the person I love. My homeroom teacher during my 3rd year in middle school. Oh, Lord. Shimotsuki Mirei. My first crush and my first love. Girl, you gotta let it go. She's probably married. The first time I confessed my feelings to her, she told me I didn't actually love her, trampling my emotions right into the dirt. Yet I continued to pursue her, confessing my feelings for her endlessly, and each time she turned me down. My excuse to meet up this time was shopping for summer clothes or something, right? I used a similar lines in multitude of times before, but honestly, I don't care what we do as long as we're together. And I'm sure she knows that. In fact, I bet she feels the same way. I mean, it's totally normal for like kids and young teens to have slight crushes on their teachers, but for this long, I'm pretty sure, because we hear from their current teacher that they need to have a graduation paper or something like that. So she's in her final year. She's about to graduate. Like, girl, let it go. Oh, right. Maybe I can ask her to help me figure out this whole post-graduation survey thing. I don't have any dreams or goals or anything like that. But I have to write something, and she might have some good ideas. After all, she's someone I really like, not to mention the person I look up to the most. I'll just scribble something down for now and head over to the meeting spot. I swear, she's probably gonna like encounter her like talking to a man and turns out they're married or whatever. Or another woman. And they're all flirty. I'm okay with that too. I start to worry way too late at this point about not getting to the meeting spot earlier. Especially knowing that she had the day off today. Yokohama Station. Okay, now I know where they're at. Okay. We're meeting in the subway section of the Yokohama Station. It's a weekday evening, and the station's packed full of people of all ages heading home from work and school. I guess I should include myself in the group as well. Our meeting spot is by one of many pillars scattered around. It's about a month since I last met up with her. We usually meet once every 2 weeks, but our schedules haven't lined up recently, hence the delay. I wonder how late she'll be today. She's currently working as a professor in art school. Okay, so she leveled up from middle school teacher to professor in art school. Very nice. Very nice. I originally met her in middle school when she was my homeroom teacher, but she left that position in the summer of my 3rd year. Oh. I make it to our meeting spot right on time, and I quickly spot a familiar silhouette from within the crowd. Huh? Sensei! Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, I can kind of see why you like her. Hey, Tachibana, right on time. A commendable habit indeed. My rendezvous is with Shimotsuki Mirei. Oh, Mirei. Okay. Who arrived well before I did. This is the first time she's made it to the meeting spot before me. I catch a faint whiff of smoke from her shirt, meaning she's probably already had her post-work cigarette. Oh, God. It's not like you to be on time for anything. Now that's rude. Just so you know, as a working adult, I'm usually very punctual. Usually, huh? I remember you saying something about being common courtesy for adults to always show up 3 minutes late. Adults are always contradicting themselves. And you especially, right, Sensei? It's been several years since she was my teacher, and yet I can't break the habit of calling her her formal title. Ever since I graduated middle school, I've been meeting her about once every 2 weeks or so. And we have one more custom share between us. More shared custom. I'm here for my regularly scheduled heartbreak. Oh, Lord. If anyone else were to overhear this statement, it would probably raise some questions about the relationship between us. You'll also be seen as a masochist. But our lighthearted banter, both request and answer spoken in jest, is proof of how close we are. She usually responds by saying something like, "Is that the first thing you're going to say to me?" Or, "You never give up, huh?" Oh, yeah? What kind of response is that? Gonna come up with a good comeback? Well, yeah, something like that. More importantly, I thought you quit. You smoked a real cigarette today, didn't you? How did you know? If you smoke just recently, everyone knows. You can smell it. I can smell it. I have such a sensitive nose, it bothers me. I can tell. The smoke of the vape. Oh. Wait, vape pen and it was cigarette? What? Are you a drug sniffing dog or something? I was called a bloodhound by one of my roommates back in college. Woof woof. I guess in some respects you definitely act like one. So, what are we going to do again? We're going to look for summer clothes. Oh, right. Well then, lead the way. My pleasure. The store I wanted to go to is a couple stations away. So I'd lead us toward the... I'm not sure if I can rightfully call this a date. Not really. Like, I go shopping with friends, and I don't consider it as dates. And yet, regardless, she's acting a lot more awkward and stiff than usual. Okay, there's only two answers to this. One, she's actually having feelings for you and is contemplating about it. Or two, she really wants this to stop. At the shopping mall. I'm here so often, it feels like I live here. I kind of feel the same thing when it comes to other places. I've been job hunting for a while now, and it just feels like I've been at those same places, like I live there. You're the one who picks where we meet. Good point, but I mean, it's close to my school, so it's convenient. We arrive at the shopping mall that's a few stops away from Yokohama Station. The mall is connected to the tallest building in Yokohama, and as such, it has a direct access to the observation deck with a view of the city. I wonder how people see us when we're walking together like this. What do you mean? Oh. Like, do they think we're sisters, or that you're my mom? Or that we're a couple? Though, I could never really say that last one aloud. I don't look old enough to be your mom. How come classmates isn't an option? That's pushing it, Sensei. Oi! Wait, I want to check out that store. Fine. A former teacher and a former student. What a pair. She's no longer a middle school teacher, and I'm no longer a student under her supervision. So what exactly is our relationship? Friends? Acquaintances? We're not friends, and we're not lovers, okay? Acquaintances. And I've had my heart broken by her more times than I can count. Jesus Christ. I don't really understand our dynamic. So, how could anyone looking in understand it either? I'm trying to as well. I have a feeling whatever we share would be the moment we try to label it. But that's probably my own insecurities talking. Are you listening to me? Nope. I admire your honesty, but I'm pretty sure we passed the store you wanted to stop. Whoops. Let's move on. You're the one who said you wanted to check it out. I don't care one way or another, but... As we're walking along, she suddenly looks over a series of display panels. Each panel showcases a different frame painting. Looks like the winners of a local contest. Want to stop for a better look? You're not interested at all, are you? Nope, but I get the feeling that you are. In that case, I'll take you up on your kind offer. She then begins studying each painting on display. You know, I'm something of an artist myself. This was painted by a student at my school. Impressive. It's pretty good. A student of yours? No, she's not in any of my classes. I just remember the painting. She's currently in charge of teaching the visual arts class. Only a few students in her class are seriously aiming to compete in an art degree. And that used to be me. With the rest treating it like a casual hobby. I'm kind of trying to make it a YouTube career, which is not working as best, but it's something. From what she's told me, though, she much prefers this job to a former position she held at the prep school, where letter grades matter more than life itself. That is true. I really despise letter grades. Like, if the student is fully understanding the curriculum, why force a good or bad grade? Like, if they're understanding it, great. They pass. If they're not understanding it, help them before they fail to meet the requirements and fail. I'm just spewing some random matters. Let's not worry about that. Yeah, the use of color here is gorgeous. Definitely, though I think your work would be even more gorgeous. Throwing in the compliments. There's no need to compare. Besides, our subjects are completely different. What style are you again? Benjamin or what? Whatever. Barbizon. Oh. I told you many times, you're saying it wrong on purpose, aren't you? I mean, Benjamin's kind of funny, but like that just sounds like a random like whatever. Like, anyways, if anyone was curious at what Barbizon is, just creator put it up there. And yet, I still don't really know anything about the art style itself. All I know is that there's a famous painting in a style by an artist who shares the name with Sensei, depicting a couple of women picking stalks of wheat. Seeing her talk about paintings on display takes me back to when she was my teacher. One of the main reasons why she left that position was connected to a piece I created. I refer to it as the Runaway Rebellion. It was kind of a performance art where I secretly lived at her house for a week. I didn't tell my parents or the police, of course, so it became a huge deal. What the? Oh. What? I think I like this painting. It's not like you to take an interest in art. Oh, of course. Look who painted it. Shimotsuki Mire. Wait, that's you. Was this really what you submit this? I made it as part of an art class for adults. I won a gift voucher for 10,000 yen too. Nice. Wow, does this mean you knew your paintings were going to be displayed here? Well now, what do you think? She knew. She absolutely knew. I had no idea if art instructors are allowed to enter in local contests, but looking closer, the winner from the adult section all seem to be art teachers from around here. Fair enough. And their painting stands out amongst all of them. You really are an amazing artist, Sensei. Thanks, I kind of wanted to show off a little. There you go, bragging again. Fine. That's enough for now. I'm really glad I got to see it. Thanks for taking a look. I'm just stating the facts, nothing more. Even better. Okay. I've had enough inflating your already overinflated ego. Time to look for sandals. Huh? Just when we're about to leave the expedition, I noticed a poster nearby on the wall. The brightly painted poster covered in a vivid blue shadow and yellow. Vivid blue and yellow immediately catches my eye. Oh. A special summer exclusive ice cream. Want one, huh? I just thought it was cute, but you're completely uninterested in this kind of trash, huh? So I'll... Wait, why wait? Let's get some. The colors look so pretty on the poster. I kind of want to see it for myself. Also, today is a special day. You're paying? Don't get ahead of yourself. Actually, who am I kidding? It's my treat. She replies all smiling. She replies all while smiling gently with her eyes closed. Several food trucks are parked outside the shopping mall. Feeling a little thirsty after we walked around, I decided to get an ice cream cone while the light is still out. Well, it's still light out. For 5 p.m., I thought it'd be sunsetting. Food trucks are parked a few feet away from the entrance of the observation tower. The ice cream truck is especially busy, probably due to getting a recent shout out on social media or something. I'm going to assume it's going to be like an idol or model character recently that we'll probably meet as a side character. I gratefully accept the ice cream cone from my ex-teacher. I gratefully accept the ice cream cone that my ex-teacher has brought for me. Thanks. It's really cute. My ice cream is colored various shades of berry pink. Meanwhile, she has a citrus flavor sky blue scoop and a cat-shaped violet one. Like, these kinds of big ice creams, like double scoops or whatever, are great and all, but I always worry about just dropping it. So I never really get these kinds. If anything, I'll go for the cup. The flavor of the latter is a complete mystery. The star-shaped cookie decoration sprinkled over the whipped cream topping, only to look even more adorable. Agreed. I wonder how they could get it to look so blue, though. That's the part you're curious about? I mean, it looks exactly the same as the poster, and yet it tastes like this here. It says on the poster that they use seasonal ingredients. Tasty. You got berry mix, right? It looks impressive considering they claim not to be using artificial coloring. It's light, but the deep pink really stands out. You're still going on about the color. Are you really gonna eat it? I don't really like eating cold food. Then why did you get it? Alright, you have the opposite of a cat's tongue. A dog's tongue, maybe? Maybe. I may as well have one lick. It's too cold. She lets out a shocked cry that I don't hear often. Despite having gone with her to a multitude of cafes and restaurants, this is the first time we've eaten ice cream together. A huge gap between the temperature out here and in the ice cream probably added to her surprise. Stop grinning me at me like that. How can I not? We all have certain things we do not enjoy. I told you to stop laughing at me. Sorry, I will. Was it tasty though? Yeah, the fruity taste was much more profound than I was expecting. What are you doing? Let me have a bite, come on. Hey, stop. Let me do it when we're at your place. No, I don't. Well, I guess I do. Well, I guess I do when I'm drunk. Here I come. I lean forward before taking a small bite of the ice cream and a cone out of your hand. The coldness causes my eyes to squint shut as the refreshing citrus scent of lemon fills my nose. It's yummy. I never had ice cream that had such a strong smell. I'm curious. Good grief. Here, have a taste of mine. Open your mouth. That's okay. Why not? Mine is yummy too. I glance over and notice that she's smiling at me. Or more accurately, staring at me. What? Nothing. You just look like you're enjoying yourself. Oh, so do you. Is she gonna confess and get rejected again? Let's see. We continue eating our ice cream while talking about nothing in particular. She ends up getting full about halfway through. Jesus, just half of the ice cream she's full already? Since it's still light out, we decided to head back inside the shopping mall. After checking out her painting one more time, we finally start our summer shopping. Yeah, I've been wondering about that. We visit several stores before ultimately buying nothing. Oh dear. Welcome to a normal day in our lives, an ongoing love affair that we're too embarrassed to verbalize. I really love to chat more, but do you have time? Yeah, I do. And even if I didn't, I'd make some. The day's still not over just yet. Cow promenade. After leaving the mall, we decided to continue our conversation outside. We're by a body of water that isn't the ocean, a bay, or a river. The light from the landmark tower and surrounding buildings twinkle on the surface of the water. It's beautiful, but somehow kinda sad. It's pretty out of character for you to say you want to spend more time with me. I guess so. If something happened, do you want to talk about it? Never. What's with that bizarre tension? You've been acting weird all afternoon. Weird, huh? Yeah, I can see that. She pauses for a moment before finally answering my question. Our usual conversation flow is off, and I find myself at loss for words. Okay, just checking if I'm recording everything. This would be awkward if I didn't. What is she struggling to say? Two things. She doesn't want to continue this, or she actually has feelings for you. And she could probably throw in that Persona 5 line. You know the line. It must be something difficult to put into words. After all, I've become After all, I've come to know her well, giving all the time we spent together. Sensing my own silence, she opens her mouth to ask a question. How's school going? Oh right, there was something I wanted to get your opinion on. Struggling to keep calm, I bring up the thing that's been on my mind. If we could get through this without incident, then it'll probably be time for me to finally head home until our next rendezvous. I know we'll meet again. I take the piece of paper and hand it to her. It doesn't turn out so well. It doesn't turn out so well though. It's about this, the post-graduation questionnaire. It's kind of a rush job since I've already missed the deadline, and I have no idea what to write, so I just put down the first thing that came to mind. I guess it is about that time, though the summer before your third year is right around the corner, so it seems a little late. Glancing over the piece of paper I handed her, she suddenly gasped. Under the target school's heading, I marked a field university I figure I could get into with my current grades. Her audible reaction wasn't to that of the list, though. It was the response that, oh, did she choose the college that she was in? Oh boy. Oh wait, no, never mind. You want to be a teacher? Yeah, just like you. Do you think that sounds okay? I see. You know, that's not bad. This is all my fault. I really messed up, huh? Huh? If you really want to become a teacher, I'd be more than happy to offer my advice. But you truly want to teach, do you? I can't bring myself to answer that. I can tell from her tone of voice that she's mildly annoyed. Uh-oh. I know that you have no idea what your plans or dreams are for the future. Just to be sure, you're not doing this purely to mess with me, are you? No, but you're right. I have no idea what to do. And the adult I look up to the most is her. I don't have to become an art instructor specifically, but I figured I could teach whatever subject I'm strongest in. I could accept it if you could come to this answer organically. Sorry, I'm really dyslexic, I guess. Through a process of elimination, but knowing what I do, I just can't. Why? You should just become a teacher for no good reason at all. I would think my words hold some weight considering coming from a teacher. One who quit by the way. Wait, you quit being a teacher? By the way, a personal thing from my life, I have been asked to become a teacher as well multiple times. And I refused it because I know I will not be a good teacher. Plus, I don't remember half the shit I learned. How could I teach anything? That's so mean. You know I can't argue with you when you say that. Instead of words, I matched her gaze with mine. I just barely managed to keep my mouth shut. I know that even if I were to speak my thoughts aloud, I wouldn't change anything. Adults are mean, didn't you know that? I know that fact very well. It's been a while since I heard her use the word adult around me. Once we started meeting following my graduation, she didn't use the word adult to distance herself from me as much as before. Though she'd often do things in front of me that I couldn't because my age, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, paying with a credit card. I don't remember her ever blatantly pointing out our age difference before. At least, not like this. Then what should I write? I need to finish this by next month. Right. In time for the post-finals parent-teacher conferences, right? That really takes me back. Sensei, be serious. That's something you should be talking to your actual sensei about, not me. I'm not your teacher anymore. You really are a mean adult. There's no way I could bring up the next thing I wanted to talk about now. Plus, I really need to start heading home. I have stuff to do. She says that with a gentle smile that hides traces of sadness. I've only seen her smile at me that way once before. I came here because I want to talk to you about something. I found myself unable to speak as I caught off guard by the expression of her face. In the wake of silence, she continues to speak. My shoulders tense up. It's like a part of me knows what she's about to say. It won't be easy to hear. You always say the same thing every time we meet, Tachibana. That you're here to have your heart crushed. So I guess this means you're already prepared for what I'm about to say. Uh-oh. Having heard that much, I know exactly what's coming up next. Even if she hadn't told me in words, I should have figured as much as the way she's been acting since I arrived. Right now, all that I wish for is that I noted it a little sooner. Which is what prompts me to open my mouth and say, "Aren't you cold, Sensei? It's already June, but it's really windy. Unfortunately, there's no way out of this. Tachibana, is this going to take a while? Should we move somewhere else? Tachibana, yet again, you're not letting me finish. I know. I know exactly what's going to happen, but I don't want to hear her say it, because I know her well. Whatever this is that we have between us is over." I was right. It was one of those answers. As soon as those words left her wrist, time freezes. People walking past us. The light passing boats. All of it stops. The only thing signifying the passage of time was a cool breeze brushing against my body. You're really angry about me writing down that I want to be a teacher? That's entirely a separate issue. I figured. In fact, I already knew. I opened my mouth and speak, just to say something to fill the awkward atmosphere, but she remained silent. The silence between us hang in the air for 3 minutes before I find myself able to speak again. I'm able to force out a single word. Why? You really want to know? I won't be able to get any closure if you don't give me a reason. Yeah, what reason would make it easier then? I mean, like, say something like you've grown to hate me or you fell in love with someone else. I fell in love with someone else. Liar. This whole thing. She pauses, takes a deep breath before continuing. It has nothing to do with what's true or what's not. I don't hate you, Tachibana, but we are never going to be a couple. That's it. Yeah, I guess you're right. I absolutely accept my share to blame for this entire situation even occurring. I want you to date someone, Tachibana. Hopefully through an experience that you'll come to learn many things. What do you mean? That's going a little too far, isn't it? There are many things I want to say. So much I want to do. My head feels like it might explode. Who do you think you are? How long have you felt this way? Can't we just hang out as friends? All that so much more? But no matter which questions float up into existence, I know in the back of my mind that it's pointless. I can't bring her to myself and ask out loud. Except for one single thought. I love you, Sensei. I know. I love you so much. I appreciate the sentiment. The only person I'll ever love in the world is you. That's not true. Once you're an adult, you'll meet plenty of... That's not true. Once you're an adult, you'll meet plenty of much better people to fall in love with. I feel like you're talking to a wall. Yep. Though a pretty chatty wall, if I do say so myself. And with that, she shakes a box of cigarettes. She uses her fingers to slide a single methyl. Okay. The thingy gel-coated nails. The thinly gel-coated nails on each fingers are perfectly mature. I'm bad at this. If her fingers are perfectly manicured. Sensei. You can't smoke here. Alright. In that case, I'm going to head over where I can smoke. Here's some money for a taxi back. I don't need it. There's no way I'm leaving a high school student alone here. Alone. At this time of night. I might be trash, but I still have responsibilities as an adult. Take it. Led me on all this time. I wish I had come today. I honestly wasn't sure I could actually say what needed to be said, but I did it. You really are trash. You're right. I said as much myself. With that, she hands me a white envelope. I wonder how long she had this for. And the existence of that crisp white envelope solidifies the reality of the situation. This isn't a spur of the moment decision. I keep saying spur. I'm watching too much. Whatever. I made a decision made in my Lord Crater. The existence of that crisp white envelope solidifies the reality of the situation. This isn't the spur of the moment decision that in anger over my impromptu answer on the survey. Get home safely. I enjoyed the past 2 years, and that's absolutely the truth. Her voice seems to be coming from far away. Hey, Sensei. What exactly were we anyway? But the shape of her body is already long gone. Sensei. 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 My voice repeats endlessly inside my head, but there's no answer, no response. She's long gone, and I have no idea where she is. I don't know anything. My one and only lover is gone. Is over, sorry. That's all I know. She told me to go, but I can't. I can't go back. I can always take the taxi whenever I want to go home, but she just told me to. I've never taken a taxi by myself before. I have no idea how much it even costs, and I guess she must have known considering the large amount of bills she gave me. Even if I go for a bit of a walk first, I doubt I'm in danger of being short on cash if I hail a cab somewhere else. Unable to sit still, I find myself heading towards the nearby waterfront park. I wonder how long she's felt this way. How long has she wanted the relationship between us to be over? I don't know the answer, but she's been acting weird this entire time. The entire time we were together, from the meeting and at the station, to showing off her painting and eating ice cream with me. Looking back, it seems so obvious. I guess it's really over. There's nothing I can do if she found someone else. What if I said something sooner? What if I'd been more serious about us? If I told her I loved her, would we have had a chance? I wasn't expecting this being so emotional in episode 1, but I'm kind of invested. When exactly did it become too late? Where could I have started over for a different ending? This ain't a visual. Well, this is a visual novel, but your life ain't a visual novel. Okay, your life is a visual novel, but forget it. From today, for the first time we reunited after I started attending high school, when I ran away from home in middle school and stayed at her place, I genuinely have no idea. I don't know. I have no freaking idea. You stupid jerk! I shout out my feelings of frustration toward the ocean. I squeeze the guardrail with both hands as I lean over. The sadness I can't stop from pouring down my face drips into the water below me. You're so mean! Leading me on and making me think you actually want to spend time with me. Tricking me into believing you were simply waiting until I graduated. All those times you called just to chat. How dare you call yourself trash? That's just protecting yourself like always. Giving yourself an easy way out. How dare you say what we shared was fun and nothing more? The more I scream, the more I remember her voice, the way her shampoo smelled, the smoke of her cigarettes, the taste of the cafe latte she drank, the warmth of her hand around mine, and when she took me away that day. It should be me in the other situation. We'd be together. In fact, we were together. The more I remember all the times we shared, the more strongly I believe that we would date. That she would date anyone else but me is downright cruel. Could it be a guy? Her new lover, that is. Now that I think about it, I actually have no idea what her sexuality is. I just know... I just never thought of falling in love with... Oh my god. I'm so bad at this. I just never thought of her falling in love with anyone other than me. However, if this is true, then I don't really have a chance. I never did. But still, that still doesn't explain how close we are. It just doesn't. In the course of my outburst, a sudden footstep slips. I lean against the rail between the I shift further forward and gaining momentum until I approach a point of no return. Not that I care what happens to me now, but the very moment a familiar voice stops me. From this height, you wouldn't die even if you jump, you know. Oh. The voice is emotionless. I looked around and find the owner of a familiar girl standing behind me. Minagi? She looks so different from how she is in school. That makes me That it makes me that it takes me a moment to realize who she is. For someone I hardly ever see, she's popping up everywhere today. First at the school and now here. I can't believe you're about to jump in the ocean. You must have really liked them, whoever they were. Hey, wait. That's not true. No, a boat would have picked you up immediately. What? No, you got it wrong. I wasn't trying to kill myself. Huh? This is a big understanding. I wasn't about to jump, seriously. Oh, is that so? God, I love her voice. What are you doing here? How long have you been watching? What are you trying to say to me? I'm suddenly overwhelmed with a slew of questions. But before I can ask anything, there's one very important thing I have to tell her. I know I won't be able to move forward if I don't make this fact crystal clear. I just slipped. Sorry, I clearly jumped to the wrong conclusion. I wasn't thinking of dying at all, though I guess that doesn't mean I wasn't toying with the idea subconsciously, does it? It's very possible. After all, I heard that people can literally die from a broken heart. I've heard that too, but I've never really seen that happen, or at least heard it actually happening. From what I saw, you clearly cared about this other person so much that you were willing to throw your own life for them. That's true. But wait, how long have you been watching me? From the time you walk up and grab the handrails and begin screaming at the ocean? So from the very beginning, huh? Also, as the person you care about, they're a teacher? You're curious, huh? Well, I have a feeling you were going to be disappointed. What exactly do you mean by that? Nothing. I don't want to give you any more reasons to feel sorry for me, that's all. Now that I cleared up the misunderstanding, I feel like anything more will just complicate things. Let me just save right there. Ooh, I like that. Now, then again, being able to talk to someone else might calm me down more than simply yelling to a void all alone. Listen to this. As I lean against the guardrail, Minagi settles into a position next to me. After steeling myself, I begin to tell her everything about my ill-fated love affair with my ex-teacher. Running away from home in middle school, hiding out in her house, it was the very first time I confessed my feelings for her. Her decision to quit her position and my decision to transfer to a different school, which is how I ended up at Alba High School. I had followed the no contact rule we'd agreed on while in middle school, but became less strict about doing so once I entered high school, leading to our eventual reunion. All the times I confessed my feelings for her, and how she turned me down every time, ending with my final rejection today, and the end of everything. I would honestly feel pretty pathetic unloading all the gory details of my love life onto a classmate whom I've hardly ever talked to before. She appears to listen closely to every single detail I have to tell her. We've never really spoken about anything, and yet, despite us sharing no real connection before today, I can tell she's doing her best to listen and understand my story until now. And that's how it's been between us until today. Go ahead and laugh. I know how stupid it all sounds. Huh? Wait, you're seriously laughing? Are you making fun of me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you and all. When you told me to go ahead and laugh, I thought you actually wanted me to, so I did. You take things like literally, huh? Now you're just pissing me off. Though I guess that's on me. The same serious expression that she had while listening to my sob story flashes across her face. I've never been in love. which is why I'm not exactly sure what to say to someone who just had their heart broken. Ah, I relate. I've had friends, I think like three friends who had their girlfriends broken up with them, and they've vented their frustration to me before. I'm never gonna tell who, because this is all private matters. But oh my lord, I don't even know what to say. All I did was just listen to them, and eventually, once the conversation finally died down, I changed topics to enjoy like a different conversation. You know, just to get it out of their minds. Since they finally got it out, let's focus on something else, kind of thing. Because I've never been in love. Like I love anime characters. Like, you know, I pick waifus and all that. But like, I've never really fallen in love with anyone. I've never had interest in it. Okay, I do have interest in it, but I've never had interest in anybody. Despite not being able to even imagine the sheer magnitude of what you're feeling, it's clear from your story how much you truly care about Miss Shimotsuki and how much she meant to you. That's not quite right. Pardon me? I just want to point out my feelings for her that aren't past tense. They're still very much in the present. Uh-huh. As I speak, I suddenly feel something warm trace I suddenly feel something warm trace a path down my cheek. As soon as I noticed it, and the number increases from 1 to many. Huh. What's happening? I can't. Oh, she's crying. That's right. I still love her. That's weird. I know that she dumped me for real this time, and I accepted it. I'm okay with it. Or at least, I thought I was. Oh gosh. I hate this. Why is this happening? I can't stop crying. Hold on for a sec. I'll be able to stop in just a moment. She doesn't say anything. But when I crash down to the ground, she gets down right next to me. I'm not sure what exactly how much time passes. At some point, my large tears gradually shrink into smaller ones, and then then a slow and steady trickle before drying up completely. And she stays by my side the whole time, feeling slightly awkward. I take a deep breath while unsteadily rising to my feet. I still love her with all my heart. I guess there's really no way I could easily forget someone who played such an important part of my life. They just flashed her on screen and just put her away. Okay, which is why I said what I did when she overheard that the boy confessing his feelings for me at school. It wouldn't be right just to casually agree to pretend it didn't happen. That's how I feel, at least. He says something I'm curious about, Tachibana. I'd like to talk more about it, if that's okay. About what exactly? What part where you said it's impossible to easily forget an important person in your life? Right, go ahead. She nods after hearing my response before opening her mouth to speak. Instead of forgetting someone you care about, do you think it's possible to simply overwrite the memories with different ones? Not really the memories, but maybe the feelings. Like, if you fall in love with someone else, you can forget about... Like, you can still have, like, the feelings of someone you've once loved before. But I think you don't have to worry about it, because that's totally normal. That was your first love, your second love, your third love, however many loves there's been. You can, depending on how much impact they have on your life, it's possible that you can still have feelings for them. I just do not suggest going back to them, because if it didn't work out then, there's a high possibility it will not work out later. It can work where maybe you weren't ready at the time, maybe you were a bit young, maybe you were both in high school, and now you're both of you graduated college. Maybe it could work now. Who knows? I don't know. I can tell from her tone of voice that The question is important to her, incredibly so. She watches me silently as I ponder my reply. She clearly wants an answer to her question, and she won't say another word until it comes. Reading the silent request in her gaze, I hold back the flurry of questions I want to ask her, and answer hers instead. I've just been dumped, so the way I feel right now, I say attempting something like that isn't a good idea. Keeping that in mind, I'm not sure if it's truly possible or not, but I might have to try something like that if I'm going to get over her. Good choice. I mean, good answer. I guess it's a way of moving on, though I'm not sure if I ever can. That's basically how I feel. I answer your question, so she gives another nod before continuing. I'm just like you, Tachibana, and I strongly believe there are times in our lives where we have to leave people we care about in the past by overriding our memories with I wouldn't say memories, I say feelings. Didn't you say earlier that you've never experienced love before? Yes, I have no idea what it feels like. So then, which is it? Though she's always had this mysterious aura to her every time I've seen her at school, right now I simply have no idea what's going on in her mind. She normally looks serious, and yet her expression can instantly change at the oddest of times. Talking to her honestly drives me crazy sometimes. I feel like I've lost my mind. The oddest thing about this whole situation is my mental state, and the fact that I keep blurting out random thoughts as soon as they cross my mind. Hey, what do you think I should do now? What do you mean by that? I'm not in a club, and I don't have a part-time job, so I basically have endless free time now. After all, I've been spending all my afternoons and weekends up to now with her. If I don't change something, I'll just keep thinking about her. I'm not sure how to spend my time. Now, any advice? I mean, there is clubs, but you're not interested in a lot of things. There's cram school. I guess if you really want to continue your education further, there's cram school you can fill in. Or, make more friends and see what they have to do. Knowing her, she'll probably say something like, how about picking up a book or studying for one? But in reality, she doesn't say anything. Unable to stand the signs, I find myself breaking it. If you have a lot of time to kill, I actually have a favor to ask you. What is it? Wait, this favor? I find myself flustered by her unexpected response. Meanwhile, Shiori just continues staring straight at me. Yes, I know this isn't what most people say to someone who just had their heart broken. And I'm really sorry, but I need you to listen, because I've never experienced anything like this before, and I don't understand. I could tell that whatever is wrong, it's hard for her to express it in words. Realizing I'm waiting for her to speak, Minaki closes her eyes as if organizing her thoughts. Then, after taking several deep breaths, she looks at me once more before finally opening her mouth. Oh! I need you to help me forget about my older... Oh! Oh! You had that kind of crush. Ooh. I mean, if they've been step-siblings, I guess that's slightly okay, but still. Ooh. Minaki says those words as she holds my hand. Her big eyes cloud over with a film of unshed tears. I want to overwrite the memories I have of my older brother, so I can... Whoa, let's back up. This is a lot to take in. I need time to process. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay, that's better. Please continue. Oh, okay. I can't seem to decide on anything what to eat, what to study, let alone my plans for the future. And I feel stuck, unable to move forward. I've been able to do it until now. All I've been doing up to now is follow my brother's footsteps. Okay. I've lived my whole life until now thinking that I have to be like, oh thank God, you're just trying to follow his footsteps. In my opinion, siblings probably shouldn't follow in each other's footsteps. That's my opinion. I have siblings of my own, and we all have different goals and dreams, but they're kind of similar in a way, which is why I don't want to bring my siblings onto my YouTube channel. Like, I do not want that. They want to do their own, I want to support them, because they have been supporting me of what I've been doing, and I want to support them of whatever they want to do. I lived my whole life until now thinking I had just to be like him, but compared to everything he's done, I'm worthless. What does she want me to say when she lays out her situation in an extreme vulnerable way? The seriousness of her situation is imparted through her words leave me dumbfounded. I guess it's kind of natural for younger siblings to strive to be like their older brothers and sisters. Yeah, it's true. But like I said, I prefer they would try to be their own, try to follow their own paths if possible. They can probably follow similar paths, but I do not recommend working together all the time. Like, if it works, go for it. But like for me, I don't think it would work. What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to your family, I'm not sure if it's possible to forget them, to overwrite your memories with them. Suddenly, a big fight got into. Suddenly, the big fight I got into with my parents the night before I ran away springs to mind. Even after everything that happened, my feelings toward my family remain unchanged. Having turned inward in thought, Shiori continues unaware of my own private feelings. That might be true, and yet, if I can't follow my brother's footsteps, then my life is pointless. At least, that's how I felt until now. And yet, I couldn't complete the survey. It'd be easy enough to write that I'm studying hard to become a doctor, just like my older brother. It's not like I'm against becoming a doctor, but whenever I try to fill out the form, I just can't bring myself to write that down. I think it's because there's a part of me that realizes I can't follow in his footsteps forever. She says that she's been desperately trying to be just like her brother her whole life. Then again, I've been just relentless. I've been just as relentless in chasing after my former teacher. And then the survey falls onto our laps. That the oddly timed object that brought our disparate lives together. But why me? You seem so different from how you appear at school. I noticed your usual expression changed when that boy confessed his feelings to you. Also, no, that's not it. My reason is much more simpler than that. It's because we just met. Huh? What does that mean? I don't get what you're saying. Are you telling me that you're... Like what? I'm not following. Like, you enjoy poetry and stuff, like, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Honestly, me neither. I see. I'm losing my mind again. The reason why she answered my question wasn't because she was trying to help me out. And yet, for some reason, there's a part of me that's invested and wants to hear more. So, what's the plan again? I want to override the memories I have of my brother. All the things we've done and places we've gone with memories of you, Tachibana. Sure, okay, but how? If I said I wanted to take you to all the places that hold strongest ties to my brother, the ocean, mountains, and aquarium. Oh, aquarium! Yuri date aquarium, let's go! Ethan's going shopping. How would that sound? I'm in. Sounds like fun. I feel like you're not taking this seriously. Ding, ding, ding. But like I said before, I have all the time in the world to kill. I find myself reflectively agreeing to her request. I still don't understand half of what she's saying, but at least I'm aware that it's something. I'm at least aware that it's something pretty out there. I'm not sure if it's pity, empathy, or a mix of both, but her straightforward honesty is compelling, and my gut tells me that this is the right choice to make. Oh, I wonder if there's choices in this, or is it just one full straightforward story? So we're basically going to go around places that hold significant emotional value to you, right? Yes, exactly. I have no idea if this will work out in a way that I want it to, but hang on, I think I get it. I also wonder if I could revisit the places I go with her. I used to go with her in order to overwrite my former memories as well. I guess we came up with similar ideas. But why me? We've never really talked much before until today. I had a feeling that maybe you would understand, that you, more than anyone else, would understand the desire to replace cherished memories of a loved one. You know, there's a possibility you might fall in love with me. They say it's easy to find commodities when your feelings are especially vulnerable. That would certainly be one way to override the current feelings I hold of my brother. She's okay with falling in love with another woman. Okay. Hey, I'm not interested in having someone fall in love with me as some kind of backup plan or a rebound. I was joking. Dang it! The sadness I felt before has abated enough that I can even crack jokes now. But that's enough. My god, I am so dyslexic. My god, I'm so dyslexic. But what's with this weird feeling? Ignoring the look of agitation on my face, she already straightens up before continuing. So to sum up, I'd love it if you could accompany me on a memory tour of emotional significant locations so I can overwrite my memories of my older brother. Okay, I'm in. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your help. Same here, I guess. Though I am not sure what exactly we'll be doing. If it gives me something to do, then I'm all in. Are you really that desperate for companionship? Maybe. Is that bad? Well, whatever makes you happy. Not a problem. Not a problem, right? I get it now. The reason why I'm feeling so angsty, talking with Minagi, is kind of interesting. Plus, she's piqued my interest, my curiosity. In my opinion, our situations are completely different. It's one thing to overwrite memories of a former love interest, and the other to try to do so for a family member. But if she can do it, then so can I. Though, I'd never tell her that. You're different from how you present yourself in school, Minagi. You always struck me as a typical honor student. That's... You don't have to put on the perfect student act in front of me. I think I have a better idea who you really are. Plus, I find it easier to talk to you this way. So, in other words, you meant that as a compliment? Take it however you want. She looks at me with her cheeks puffed up and she's pouting. I suddenly realize my eyes are completely dry without a tear in sight. Minagi's cheeks, the cheeks. Frick! Minagi checks the time on her phone and she immediately widens in shock. Oh no, I can't believe it's this late. I have to get home. Can you meet me at Yokohama Station tomorrow at 10 a.m.? Sure. Then we can get started. Sure, whatever you want. Actually, if you're in a hurry, do you want some money for a taxi? I don't need your money. Clearly frazzled by my offer, she rushes off. Though it makes sense considering she's already past 9. With how serious she actually I wouldn't be surprised if her parents still set a curfew for her. She wants to forget her older brother by overriding the memories they made together, huh? I murmured absently to myself, remembering what Minagi told me earlier. Since Minagi can't live up to her brother's reputation, she wants to forget about him by overriding the shared memories, which is why she wants to go on the so-called memory tour. I have no idea what sort of theoretical mental gymnastics she's done to come up with this plan. But there's one thing that bothers me. Will she be overriding these memories she has of the memories she has of her older brother with memories of me? The warmth of my former teacher's hand from so long ago seems vague now compared to the recent memory of Minagi's hand squeezing mine. I might as well head back too. I stuffed the taxi money from Sensei to my bag. Since I don't need to be back home at a specific time, I decided to ride the train, like always. Well then, that was a lot to take in, but that's all I can record for now, so I'm going to put a pause on here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that out of the way, until next time.